Okay, I'm Wang's Big. Our goon hero is Antoine Silvere. And I just actually did this for 5 minutes, the same video, and it blue screened me, and I haven't seen a blue screen since like fucking 1998. So thanks, this goon. He is playing Leon. Okay, that is your player perspective. He's playing Leon. I'm not a big fan of doing this like before 0 minute award here. But you can. It's just like not optimal. Like after you do your first stack, that's probably when you should come around, unless you've got like a really heavy lane and you need to be sitting on your guy the whole time. But I have this time the foresight to know that they do not have that. They're actually running the coveted Skeleton King Kunkka off lane. First that was funny the first time as well. So what I was mentioning, unbeknownst to you, is that you're doing this thing, like this very common like support thing, where you think you're supporting by providing just a right click for your guy to deny. You're not. You're actually just having the experience in this lane. The only time you want to be sitting on your guy like this is if you have like a really dangerous lane with really aggressive players, and you need to be there, or otherwise, like the second you're gone, they're gonna go in on him. And even then, you should probably just be like skirting these trees, pulling, like pulling fucking camera perspective. You should be pulling like across here, just kill the trees. You could be stacking, pulling across here. Like you're not that far, and your boy's got like time walk, so he's not in that much danger. He's particularly not in that much danger from the Kunkka Skeleton King off lane. I think that I just cannot stress enough. So you're here like literally running around in circles. Like, you don't play Dota to be a deny bot, I'm sure, and if you do, then I don't know what to say to that. Do have the courier on your quick hotbar, just fucking ready to slam that one down. That's alright to do, I guess, but honestly I would just have gotten shoes and try to go make something happen somewhere. Like the bottom lane, the Bloodseeker Quap bottom lane. It's just right for the fucking picking. You're not really clicking on these guys. You're not doing anything right now. Like I need to stress the fact that this, like whenever you're running in circles like this, just kind of leeching experience from your carry. You're not doing anything. You're doing more. You'd be doing him a favor sitting back here at the fountain, because he'd be getting twice the experience instead of half. You do die here. I thought you were gonna get away the first time. I'm like, oh hey, this might actually work out. No one knows how like the creeps are blocking them. But no, it all ends in horror. I'm gonna speed through this a little bit. So you do see that there's 3 top. You TP there. It's 3 with 3 range stuns, and you've got 500 health. Spoilers, you're gonna die, but you should know this. Like you're.
Dire's top tower.
Like you just saw her get hit by 2 tower hits and just A-click the creep. She was fine.
Structures are fortified. Dire's top tower.
Don't ever just kind of like sit under the tower expecting it to protect you or expecting it to be a deterrent. Like this isn't League or Strife or one of those games where that's really a thing. Like again, you saw her, like perfect example, before you even died. She just got hit by 2 tower hits, A-click the creep, and she was completely fine. Like 2 seconds of a tango and she's fine. So when you do that, ideally don't TP there. Ideally, again, TP bottom, try to make something happen. But you can like run up here, hide, run down here, hide in the trees, and then that's going to give you enough time, if they do dive you, to basically write your team an entire fucking novel on how to purchase a TP and how to use it to save you and get 2 kills. Something to think about. Okay, so you attempted the stack, not sure if it went through. This is all new for me now. Your techies is just destroying them. So it's good, you're acknowledging that there is like a side angle that you could use to maybe approach the guys, give them the big frag. Void is actually really strong early, because he does the big damage. You guys could potentially kill this lane pretty easily. Giving this guy the suck, which is fine, I guess. Lion given the low mana guys a mana suck, but you could have just like moved slightly lower here, They might have gotten on you and killed you, which I guess was kind of your concern, but it's unlikely that they do that without dying themselves. If you're not getting hit by the entire creep wave like you were last time, you've got a void there. But yeah, you could have done that and kind of cut the angle off and made him either run up here in another weird direction, or just basically maximize your mana suckage. Which is, again, your first... I'm looking at the wrong guy.
You get nothing.
This is, again, like your first action of the game so far, because so far you've just been denying, which this guy could have done himself. So it's 45, you get a stack there, but you're sitting under the tower watching this guy. You're a spectator right now, playing spectator Dota.
Mine.
You're giving him the salve. You're a nice guy. I think this guy's got like Midas and shit, so you're probably okay. I need to change my perspective on like what lower level games are, because they were not like this when I actually played a lot of this game.
Dire's middle tower
People are like
is
getting
under
Midas and last hitting. Well, So I hope that you learn from your mistake this time and don't do exactly what you're doing here. You're far enough that you can run away probably, but like again, what are you accomplishing? You're wanting to leech this experience, but it's fucking dangerous, dude. You're just running at them. If he had turned around there and stunned you, you'd be dead, and they would have had no real consequence for doing so, probably. They've got, again, 3 range stuns.
Double kill.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Selena could have been coming around there at you. There's something to consider. But it's good, you got your level 6. This experience leeching worked out for you. You have enough mana for Finger. This guy has, I believe, too much health for Finger. At this point, you should probably be pinging him like, hey, we can get a frag. Like, new Dota, you gotta focus on the frag. Old Dota, you should have focused on the frag too, but you didn't have to. Now you have to.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I'm just doing a whole lot of running around. Oh my fucking god.
Dire's top,
This is some Benny Hill
Dire's
shit.
top tower has fallen.
You did get that frag. I don't think it was worth your life in a tower. But, you know, maybe it was to you.
Dire's middle tower is under
Alright,
attack.
so you're free now. Free of the fucking shackles that bound you to that lane. You're gonna ward rune top. It's fine. It's a fine rune. Please, no. That's not what you do. You're going back to just sit behind your void for a while again. Probably not time to do that. You do have vision on 3 of them on the map right now, right? 4 of them.
Dire's middle
So you know that your
tower
boy's
is
not in
under
that
attack.
much danger. You're doing the vague map awareness thing now. You do see 3 bottom. Okay, you're gonna help bottom. That's excellent. So here, you stun this guy, right? Use any ability? No? Okay, now you can definitely follow up. Cool.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Looks like you're going for the tranquil boots. That's fine if you're really behind, but keep in mind that right now you have 14-minute tranks and 3 wards. Your levels are okay though, but you want to try to not be that poor. Ideally, especially if you're a guy like Lion, just try to use this off cooldown and get a frag. Oh, that's a frag. That was a frag. You could have pressed R. Kind of sped through it, but if my eyes did not deceive me, that was definitely a frag.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Guess you're using Q for vision there. That still looks kind of like 2 frag.
Dire's bottom tower
If
has
you've got a
fallen.
bunch of techies mines, you can set on him as
Radiant's top
Lion,
tower
and maybe you
is
get a
under
frag
attack.
for it. But it's good you've acknowledged that there's no one
Radiant's
getting
middle
this
tower is under attack.
experience down here, so you go get it. Really
Radiant's
neat.
middle tower
Very
is
boring to
under
watch though,
attack.
but you did the right thing. It's good. We got 3 creeps. When you're doing this, just try to, like, don't speed through the farm. Just, like, really try to get these, because, again, like, you could have doubled your... I say again, but this is actually just shit that I repeated, like, fucking 2 weeks ago in a video. You could have doubled your creeps right here if you just, like, waited and tried a little harder to get them. You can even like fucking start nuking them if you're not very comfortable with your last hitting. Just make sure you get a few creeps. You can nuke and then you can suck, and then you can nuke and then you can suck. But this is like a perfect time to just last hit because you're completely alone. But it did work your way. You did get 2 more creeps between those 2 waves. Just realize that you could have like
Radiant's
had a
middle
lot
tower
more.
is under attack.
You got the Blood World goo on you. You could have probably run down there and contested him. Just run down away from the Blood World and just use your spells. Because you have how many seconds to disable here? You have 2.52 and then 2.5, right? So that's like basically a million seconds. I'm not sure if you have enough mana to use all 3 of these, but you could have probably worked one of these.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, you could have contested him. It's better than just running away and dying, you know, at least you do some damage, but you would have probably killed him. Especially with TP support, which I understand that at these levels you can't really count on. You've got 4 guys in your woods right now.
Dire's
The
bottom
big
tower
fight going up
is
top,
under
it's good that
attack.
you saw that was going on. Did your boy just backtrack that? I wasn't sure.
No!
You guys do really well this fight, actually. You were there to like kind of cheer him
Dire's
on in the
bottom
end.
tower. Dire's structures are fortified.
You're taking this really weird route with full health and mana back to where? I guess you're gonna go ward bottom rune, right? Okay. You see a haste there, you don't take it, probably because you're scared. Okay. I would have taken that rune and tried to do something with it. You're back here to watch the Void farm again. Like, this can't be fun. You sit behind your guy like this when you're really scared, when they're 5 off the map. It's probably 20 more minutes into the game. They've been ganking you the whole time. You saw a smoke purchase on one of the guys. That's when you sit behind your guy and bait him and kind of try to protect him. But right now, like, what's the... You have full vision on 1, 2, 3. I don't know if this vision is broken, actually. I do have fog for both teams on them. You're dire. But you have vision on at least 2 of them there. Like, you know they're not coming at you full force, so there's no reason to sit behind your void.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So right now you're just AFK. Completely AFK.
Radiant structures
Trying to
are
watch your mouse
fortified.
here, like... I don't know what you're up to. But you're not getting levels, you're not getting experience. You see that guy, you're probably terrified of Blood World right now. Which is okay, but you can... Like, Lion is so fucking hard to dive once he's got some points in his shit. Basically, once he's got 6, he's really, really hard to dive, even before then. Because he can just disable you for so long into that fucking tower. And Blood World's like, you know, it's 20 minutes in. Blood World's not that tanky right now. So, unlike up here, when you were like, you know, level 3 or whatever, had very few recourses, and there were 3 with ranged stuns and nukes, like, Blood World would have to, like, rupture you and come up and try to frag you into the tower. And if they're diving in tier 2, hopefully your team decides that then is the time to get the frag, but who knows. You're just running in a circle. There we go, okay. You decide to waste some mana on this guy. Whenever you have the... Never be a full mana online. When you're in the woods, just nuke that shit, suck 'em, nuke, suck, nuke, suck, nuke, suck. That's what Lion does really well. Sitting behind the Shrek now. Just sitting behind people stuff is not the Dota. It's definitely not the Dota. Never have your finger up for this long online. You need to make something happen. Buy a smoke, just ping a guy and be like, hey, let's smoke here. Like, get your smoke and then I'll ping it or whatever your cooldown is. Or your
Dire's bottom
hotkey is for
tower.
doing that shit.
Dire's structures
Gather
are
here for
fortified.
smoke. Gather here for smoke. This is a... That's a weird little ward.
Dire's
Because
bottom
they've shown,
tower
like, very
has fallen.
few presence up there. Like, a much better one would have been here near the tower. To see if they were actually coming into your woods, because then you can cover, like, let me just go to that because nothing's fucking going on. You can do it like here, because you can cover the entrance into your woods. You can cover them coming up from the river, coming up from the tower, going to the secret shop, shit like that. Just more of the circle running. You guys are terrified. Stand right on those fucking mines. Holy
Radiant's
shit.
top tower is under attack.
You could have probably baited that a little better. I should probably go back and take a look at that, but no, it's just dumb shit. You could have probably stunned and then run back after the stun to make them chase you instead of dying like downhill. This fucking techies, dude. Oh my god.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He's waiting for the really big frag. He could have gotten a double. Maybe not if Skeleton had his ultimate spell.
Radiant's top
This
tower
is still going really well for your team. I think he popped the mines, but you don't know that. Also, again, when you're dead, like, don't do this thing where you're just kind of looking at the map. Click on people. Like, what does your void have right now? Where are you in the game? I don't understand how, because this is something that I've seen universally. Like, I don't understand how people are aware of what's happening in the game without clicking on people. Like, what does your fucking middle Shrek have right now? Are you good? Are you solid to fight? You just want to fight, so that can tell you something, but, you know, maybe they fucked it up. They did dive a tier 2 with 2 people. And Chrono up. You're spending a lot of time in base right now. You don't want to do this. It's hard to figure out kind of like what you want, but it's not like you have that many options, right? Like, you have the Blink Dagger here selected. You're not going to get that. So you're like, I guess you're trying to maximize your gold. You're like, alright, so I'm glad you're buying this many TPs. That's a really good thing. Maybe a few too many there, because you did have a stack of 3. When you're this poor, probably a bad idea. But it's good that you're carrying TPs around.
invisibility.
You also got 3 wards. Maybe it's an OCD thing, who knows. But you've been level 9, I think, for probably going on like almost 10 minutes now. It's definitely something to consider. You're just kind of wandering around. I think you're not quite sure what's going on. You guys can definitely take this fight and help your boy.
Unstoppable.
Tragically, it's good that you got the BKB use out of the blood
Gold
world.
from my chest.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Maybe you guys were fearing like more TPs. You just have vision of a guy bottom. Probably best you didn't go in, but if you would have gotten in this situation, it would have been good. Yeah, this is a frag. You didn't have to use your frog there. But it's good that you did, because a lot of people just don't use spells instead. I don't know which the better alternative is. So you're fine to probably get a little farm now. Just go suck on a creep. You know, you could pull this here right now. Get a triple wave going for the next push, or double wave. But no, just following the creeps, I guess. Okay. This is a really good ward. Again, this ward is really good when you're in lane and they're doing like this weird shenanigans here and like you're pulling here a lot. Like you just go a little bit further, place it like fucking right here. Anywhere there. And then you have vision of again them coming up the river, them TPing and going here, them going into your woods, going into the secret shop. You're running around so fucking. You really need level 11 at this point. That's a few camps that you could be doing right around you. You're just looking around. You're looking around, but you're not clicking. And I'm not sure what you really get out of this. You're looking around at an area that you have vision of, and just kind of thinking about it.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
If you're ever not doing anything in Dota, I think you really need to question why you're not doing anything, and if that's actually the right thing.
Too many irons.
You just bashed her so
Radiant's
fucking
top
hard.
tower has fallen.
I guess you want this build for the skeleton, and likely want this hero for the skeleton. I'm not sure, but this is fine. I really like getting these 2 things, because having that many seconds to disable on one guy is fucking insane. Especially if you've got like 1 or 2 guys that are doing well on their team, which is probably the case, right? I haven't actually been paying attention. Yeah, you've got Blood World, and actually no one's doing that well, and Quap, I guess. So, some experience to be had mid, but I don't think you're really worried about that. I think you just want to ward bottom really bad. That's a terrible fucking ward. Maybe you get something, like, if you're really lucky. I've seen this ward work, like, 2 times when they try to beta fight mid, but that's over, like, a lot of Dota games.
Dire's middle tower.
I guess that was more like a scared ward. You really wanted to place it down here, but oh no, there's a guy, I can't do it, so I'm gonna place it here so I can have vision of a tree.
Wicked sick.
You're just watching people farm again. They get level
Radiant's
11.
middle tower is under attack.
So let me go to the shop. Can I open the shop? I can't. Fuck. So you want to get the Smoke of Deception item a lot when you're doing the position 5, because that's basically your key to gold and kills and fun and doing something in the game. Smoke of Deception item makes you essentially invisible until you're near the guys. And then it makes you visible, but it makes you run really fast. You can do anything except right click during it. There's a kill for you guys, it's good. It just lets you run past your wards and go to a weird place where they don't expect you to be and get kills. It's something to consider with your team. Like, just you and the Leshrac, maybe bring the fucking techies along to kill himself. A really good frag, excellent fucking frag. You're missing creeps here that you really can't afford to miss. Again, whenever you have a chance, especially as a support, but as anybody really. But if you have 5 fucking creeps in 32 minutes in the game, you should be valuing these things so fucking highly. Like, you're getting this Blink Dagger with passive gold right now. So you're there, you're running around. Like, I want you to stop when you have, like, actual free farm. I want you to just stop running around and focus completely on the last hit. Like, stand right next to them if you have to, as Lion. Right now you have 86 damage, and Lion's actually got a really, really good animation. It starts off a little slow, but it's actually pretty fucking good. Like, you can weaken them, you can nuke them, then you can suck the thing off for a little bit more mana, and then kill the last guy. But you need to focus on getting these creeps. Remember, you've got to look at the range creeps when you're trying to last it. You've got 2 range creeps. You're hitting like if there was 1 right now. You have 2 range creeps, the things are going to be a little different. This is all stuff you get with experience later on. Like, you don't really have to think about it, but for right now, like, you can click on your guys and see exactly how much health they have, and then wait until range creep hits them, and then see how much health they have after. You got Krishna there, it's not your fault, but you don't realize that you're dying, I don't think. Yep. Almost killed yourself there. 15 fucking health. For newer players, it's just really easy to just lose you guys in fights. I would have... actually don't know if I can tell if you have something like this bound, but just... like, I have spacebar bound to my guy. And in fights, like, you can just hit it, and alt will highlight it, I think, by default. I don't know, because I have very weird bindings. But it'll just help you keep track of your guy. Just another thing you're going to have to worry about once you've played a couple hundred games, but for right now. Very important, because then you do shit like that. I'm amazed you got away with 15 health. That would have been a really funny death.
Radiant's middle tower.
You do have your blink now. Really important item on Lion, just got it a little bit late. By a little bit, I mean like a lot of bit. Could have had it way sooner if you again try to make stuff happen. As soon as you get 6, it should never be a fool, and it should always be clicking on somebody. It's 600 magic damage. So it looks like you're gonna skip warding the Ancients towards slightly past the Ancients, because you've already got vision here. I would have probably placed it in the Secret Shop instead. Because it's just kind of, I don't know, like it's fine, but you're not really getting too much out of it. You could have saved it for bottom as well. Lina, terrified of Lina. You've got Blink Dagger now, so you can, maybe you're not really confident in being able to blink out of stuff. But you can play a little bit more ballsy now, since you've got the big blink. Watching people farm. I think you're regretting that ward a little bit now. Sitting there mourning it. Okay. There's kind of a fight going on. You're staying at actually a pretty good place. Just remember that when the creep wave's passing by, because you were there during daytime, try not to lock yourself into trees if you don't have to during these things. Like, it's alright, but you could have probably stayed where you were, or just not locked yourself here exactly. Because that position only works if they dive your tower, right? Because if your blink is on cooldown and they do anything down here, you can't help your team at all. Maybe they don't realize where your blink, etc. It's a good boat. Heck of a good boat. Running around the tower again. This is like your favorite fucking pastime. Like, you should not be this scared. And if you are this scared and you're the guy warding, you need to consider, like, maybe where your wards are. This is a really defensive ward. You guys are winning right now. I think you realize that. Maybe you haven't. But maybe, like, you see your team near Roche, maybe you want to set up, like, down there, something a little bit more offensive. Big fucking fight. You could have probably just stunned her and saved the spell for the other guy, but that's fine. Heck of good fight. You got 5 kills at some point. I haven't really been paying that much attention. Another good place to put that ward when you're pushing a tower. It's good to have one like around here. You can see guys coming in, guys leaving, guys maybe trying to fucking hide here, prepare for the fight, for them to TP in.
Radiant's
Guys
bottom
TPing
tower
in,
is under attack.
that sort of stuff. So good place to ward when you're pushing a tower. You're pushing tier 1 40 minutes into the game, so this doesn't really apply, but just something to keep in mind for later.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I hope I remember to hit record. That'd be fucking weird if I didn't. Okay, good.
Invisibility.
Trying to set something. Looks like you're going for Yules. It's fine. It's a fine item if you remember to use it. You can set a lot of stuff up. But that's like, I don't know, you can use Yules defensively, but I like to see it as an offensive item on guys like yours or Leshrac, etc. Because it lets you just set up a stun easier, which your Blink Dagger already kind of does. But maybe you want to save it for like avoiding Blood World or Quap shit or, you know, Axe, any number of things.
Roshan has fallen to the Dire.
This is the boringest game I've ever played, and he's right. Nothing is happening. This guy's right on the fucking money. You have 2 wards in your inventory. You really want to get those there instead of the branch. Anything there instead of the branch, really.
Radiant's bottom tower.
The 43-minute branch is not something that you ever want to see generally. Like, just at least out of shame, replace that with anything else.
Double kill.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Kind of like actively avoided the frag there. I would bait this so fucking hard. You can suck this guy's mana. That's why you got the spell. I was kind of running around him at the moment. Okay. It's good to get into the habit of like pressing stop when you don't want the spell to go off, just stopping your animation. So got your Yules, finally gonna get all this shit shipped in. Feels like you guys are playing really defensively for how much you're owning them. Like, all these things just kind of rely on them walking up to you. As they have been. Like, don't get me wrong, they've been doing it, but... Let's try to keep this game under 60 minutes. Selena, she gets it.
For the twins.
So,
you place a ward behind you there.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And also you kind of fed that. You could have probably juked that with your Blink Dagger. I believe it was on cooldown. It's a really good fucking clone. Holy shit. Out of your feed comes the fucking win.
Triple kill.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Get the gem. Get the gem. Jesus actually just kills this guy one-on-one. Gets Alina bot back.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
That's a weird little buyback from your Void too. I don't know why I'm slowing that down.
That would be a tribute.
That's just a reflex thing. But yeah, you place a sword back here, and
Radiant
that's,
structures are fortified.
that I guess is presuming that they're
Radiant's
gonna
middle
somehow
tower
get
has fallen.
behind you and try to come run like that. I don't believe that was a
Radiant's
legitimate
middle
concern
back-
there.
Radiant's
A better
voice-
place
Radiant's
would be
middle
just,
tower
here,
has
because
fallen.
they would have given you vision of the guys here. And when you do that with Blink Dagger, by the way, and you're already at their tower and you have
Radiant's
vision,
middle
like it's good to
tower
just
is under
blink
attack.
here, get it here.
Belay that last order.
Radiant's
guys are
ancient
just
is
winning
under
now.
attack. Dire's top tower. Radiant's ancient is under dire victory.
So that was alright, especially for how many games you play, but just keep in mind that you gotta do something, especially in lane when you're starting out. Stack, pull, get a smoke, go gank another lane, but make something happen. Because it's not fun or constructive at all to sit there and deny. Never be a deny bot.